I did want to ask Joe and you, Ant, one question if you have time for one more question, Ant.
Yeah, man. We're all good. The baby's asleep. Right. Walker's watching TV. We're all good.
So I know you and I have a shared love for a guy who's not getting much pub in the Big Ten that plays up at Wisconsin, but this got me thinking a little bit.
Tom Blackwell, let's go.
Yep. But who else in the Big Ten is not getting enough love or enough attention in terms of being a potential all Big Ten player? So that's a question to both of you.
Joe, do you want to go first? And then because I've got a few names. Go ahead.
So this is just players that immediately pop into my head when that question gets asked. Nate Biddle, he might be finally getting the respect. I don't know if he makes all Big Ten, but he is somebody that I think should at least be in conversations. Tyler Bilodeau, and I know UCLA's been up and down, which kind of makes it, but he's been the one somewhat consistent force for that team. I don't know his exact averages, but he's another player that immediately pops in my head of like, hey, he should probably be getting a little bit more respect than what he is. Like those are the immediate two. There's also like the Bryce Williams and Brooks Barnhizer, where I think they're getting enough respect probably now, but for a bit there it was like, hey, no, like these are dudes that should absolutely make the all Big Ten teams. I think those two are finally probably getting that respect. But I do probably just do want to shout them out. Desmond Claude, if he keeps up what he's been doing, like he absolutely should also make it.
You gonna list all the names before Ant gets to give his?
I was running through anything that popped in my head, and those.
Bro, it's all good. I love this.
That's my deserves more respect team. I put up 5.
I love this. I'm getting chills, bro. I love talking Big Ten, bro. I love it. This is excellent. It's better than going to the bar. I'll say this. There's a couple. I'm gonna name 2 that he didn't mention. One is going to be Ace Bailey. What he's been doing in conference. I'm not sure if you guys. He is going nuts.
He's turned a corner. He's turned
right
a big
now.
Corner.
Like he's going nuts, and it's what, man. It's been so impressive. I sent a message to I'm in an NBA draft chat. Bunch of nerds, like straight up nerds. I'm talking like super European last name type of nerds. Here's what I said, because I'm in there because like they keep me up to date of like, hey, what's what, who's doing this, who's doing that. This is what I sent today at 11:21. I said, I am back on the Ace Bailey train, and it had nothing to do with his game. I said, I didn't know he had this level of tenacity, competitiveness, great attitude, and motor. Such a great teammate. Like these are little things that you could just see in the huddle, in between whistles, and just seeing his mannerisms. It doesn't matter if he could miss his next 6, 7. It doesn't change his energy. And for him to be, he doesn't turn 19 till August.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, bro, right now in Big Ten play, I believe he's like, I have to bring this up, but I think he's like second in scoring. He's up there in rebounding too. Where like he's just doing silly things. And I am all aboard. Yeah, he is second in scoring, 20.8 per game. He is 4th in rebounding. And this is one that I love. 4th in blocks. 4th in blocks. So, like, that dude is just doing everything for Rutgers to get them going. Dylan has been sick, sprained his ankle, been a bit inconsistent. But Ace Bailey is the reason why they're 2-1 over their last 3. And they had a shot against Penn State, too. I think if Dylan had just an average game, I think they win that game as well. And they won 3 in a row. That's my one. Second, Jeremy Fears for Michigan State. He's been controlling the game on a level that I didn't think was possible for someone like him who came off a gunshot wound last year, medical red-shirted, and Izzo went all in on him. I thought that was a really risky play. I thought he should have went out and got like an upperclassman that could, continue to push him in practice and do all those things and be a type of insurance. But him defensively and controlling the game, I think he's right behind Braden when it comes to assists per game. He's the reason why Michigan State won that game. I think he's second. He's second in the Big Ten in assists, putting up 9 and 7, 40% from three. I mean, he's just been like the general for Michigan State. Numbers aren't sexy outside of assists, but just watching games and watching how he's able to manipulate the opposing team on both ends has been one of like the bigger shockers to me, honestly, this season. But Jeremy Fears and Ace Bailey, for sure, those have been guys.
Can I add in one more name?
Go ahead.
Am I allowed to? Jacoby Gillespie for Maryland. He has become to me I would say he's probably been the best player this season for Maryland overall. I think he's really started becoming more and more consistent and just like kind of the stabilizing force, especially amidst, Derek Queen has been up and down. Julian Reese is who he is. Maryland might just have to get a couple big wins still at some point, but Gillespie's another guy that I think like he's been awesome over the past probably since the turn of the calendar.
The net
I love it.
Yeah, they are.
I love it.
Well, the net merchant kings over there.
Yeah.
Beating
So
a million points. They should have paid them double as they left.
Gotcha. I wanted to bring that question up because Joe and I both have been on the Blackwell train from very early on, and I just don't feel like enough people speak his name at the level that it should be spoken for. And starting to hear it a little bit more from more people because he's just been so impressive lately. But I think he's just a complete player that does well at all facets of the game. And really appreciated you coming on and spending some time with us as we preview this Michigan game. You want to let people know where they can see you do your work and find you on social media?
Yeah, Ant Wright. It's Ant Wright. If you're listening to me, like a 50% chance you got me blocked. I don't even care. YouTube, anywhere it's Ant Wright. You'll see the shield, and then kind of just go from there.
You're doing some Field of 68 work this year too, right?
Yeah, I'm on After Dark, which has been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun on there, and hope to be on there somewhere. I should be on there. I'm on there on Friday, 24th, right? Yeah, so I'll be on there after the Michigan Purdue game. So yeah, nice. Catch me on there on Friday.
Perfect, Joe.
Shout out John Blackwell. He's one of my 3 non-negotiables for Big Ten, all Big Ten and Big Ten Player of the Year, Dark Horse. Vlad, him, and Smith.
Love it.